In this video, we're going to do the journals for when you have a pension. And I'm going to use the same journal that I used before because I like to keep it all together. And I'm going to show you the report that we're going to use. I found this, it's called a payroll summary report. So what we used for the wages was the net to gross report, but it doesn't have the pension information on it. And we have to have that. So I found I'm using CloudPay and Payback. Both payroll softwares are from the same company, Payback, and they call it a payroll summary report. I'm not sure what it would be called in your own payroll software, whatever you're using, but it will be something. What you'll be looking for is a report that includes the pension, as we can see over here. And what we're going to do is go back to SortMyBooks, and we're going to set up the nominals for pension. And the first place we're going to go is back to current liabilities, and you can see that I've set up pension control here. Thing is though, there are two different pension companies in my example, and I would quite like to track those separately, because if you think what we're doing with pension control, the purpose of it, so I'm going to do Acorn Life pension control, and the other company we're dealing with is Irish Life. I'm going to scroll back down to current liabilities, click new, and Irish Life pension control. And I'll just explain what we're doing here. If we go, why we're doing this. If we go back here, we'll see that we've got pension here. What that means is pension is usually made up of two parts. There's money that's deducted from the employee, so they're contributing some of their salary towards their pension. And often the employer then does a top up. We need to report that we've taken that money, that we've got that money, and we need to report that we've paid it over to the pension company. So that's why we have these pension controls here, because we're going to report that yes, we deducted the pension from the employee, and then we're going to show where we paid it to the pension company. So at any time we'll be able to see, do those match? Did we pay over everything that we deducted? The other part of pension that we need to find, because it's on the P&L side as well, it's on the P&L side when there's an employer contribution. If it was just the employee contributing, that you're facilitating the employee paying into their pension or PRSA, there isn't going to need to be a pension nominal in the P&L, because it's simply you subtracting money from the employee and paying it over to the pension company. That would all be handled under the payroll or the pension control nominals. But what we're showing here is there's also an employer top up. The employer is also contributing to the pension. We need to track that in the P&L because that's an expense. So I've created it here under other. I've created a nominal called pension. Now that we've set up the nominals, let's go back to our wages journal. And I want to add it here. I like to keep it all together. And we add a new line. So what we're going to do is we're going to debit pension on the P&L, because when we debit a P&L, it means we increase it. So what we want to do is show the cost of the pension. Pension cost, and we look at our report and we can see the total pension is 1150. So we put in the 1150 and click on save. And then the other side of that, we're going to credit the pension control. And remember I said there's two. The Acorn Life amount is 1,000, and then the other company is Irish Life, and I'm just putting it in description, and the Irish Life amount is 150. And we just need to scan down and see does our debits match our credits. And the next thing I'm going to do is show you what to do on the bank when you actually make the payment to the pension company. We can see the payment here for Acorn Life. The first thing we need to do is create a supplier for that. I'm just going to duplicate this tab so that I can stay in my bank on that tab, and I'm going to come here and Acorn Life, and it is payee type other, and the default nominal is the Acorn Life pension control, and click OK. And I'm going to do the same for Irish Life, and the payee type needs to be other, and the default nominal Irish Life pension control. And then I'm going to go back to this tab so we can set an alias here for Acorn Life, click match, and we do Acorn Life pension controls. And then we keep going. I'm not sure what date. Here's Irish Life. And set an alias for Irish Life, match, click on that. The key thing is that it's going to the payroll and it's going to the Irish Life pension control. And for people using the manual bank reconciliations, you'll be using the accounts tab, miscellaneous payments, add, and you'll choose your pension and fill out the details there. Let's have a look at the reports. If you click on the accountant report, you click on nominal ledgers. I'm going to go to nominal activity version 2, and what I'm going to do here is filter my nominal by, let's say, my pension. I can use each pension individually. You can see here what's a miscellaneous payment, what's a journal. And so we did a journal showing that we owe Acorn Life €1,000 for pensions. And then the miscellaneous payment, which we did from the bank, shows that we paid that pension payment. This will, in other words, by doing it this way, you'll always have a balance that you can look at here to show, is there money that we owe to the pension company? Remember, in cases like this, you're taking money deducting money from your employees. It's being topped up as an employer, and you definitely want to have very good transparency on that yes, here's showing we deducted the money, and here is showing how we paid it to the pension company. I hope that helps give you a better understanding of wages control and where pensions, things like, it could be, there could be any kind of a deduction. It just happens that I'm showing you an example here for pensions, but they would all follow the same format.